Coming up, the Ravens make their third appearance on primetime this season, while the Colts look for their first win in Baltimore since 2009. Next on Monday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Now a 1st carry for Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so you got
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Shoves him aside, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. he has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try to put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, Mack, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Wentz now to throw. Taken in by Pascal out left. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now Wentz again. Buying time to his left. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now Wentz. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line. Henry out of the pistol. And they can't bring him down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Again to Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Odafe Oweh in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
A final shot before half for Wentz.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
So we're at halftime here in the inner. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 34 yards there.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Bust through the tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff to Henry. Escapes the defender, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he slides and covers up at the end. He's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Back now in Baltimore. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd and short. Throwing is Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Steps away to his left, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
A first down carry for Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Wentz going to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's 3rd and short. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Darius Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Odafe Oweh, his 2nd sack of the night. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Pushing his way through. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. Size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
He's got Doyle.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Wentz now on first down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles